Hey there, welcome, Crushing It 2021. This is day 23. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about the practice of meditation. And as you could probably guess, meditation has a lot of the same benefits that gratitude does. For example, reduces stress, anxiety, depression, but has a few little things to it that kind of take gratitude up a level, in my opinion. It also enhances your performance, both mental and physical. It increases your IQ. Who knew? It makes you more creative, and it helps with your sleep and your focus. So also helps with your happiness. You're able to handle things throughout the day. I know that whenever I meditate, my days definitely go better, especially if I do a really good job at something I'm going to tell you about in a second, but which is mental rehearsal. So Dr. Joe Dispenza is my favorite teacher of meditation, and his philosophy on it's slightly different. You have to hear his story. I'll link a video to one of the videos to one of his stories down below, because his story is phenomenal. He was in a terrible accident. He broke his back. He was never expected to walk again. And literally with his mind healed his body. And now he helps thousands of people do the same. So he teaches something called mental rehearsal and being present in the generous present moment. So you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're in this moment, which is where you can create from, but it's a little bit more than that. So most of us are walking around all day in beta brainwaves, actually not just beta, high beta. So we're on high alert, we're stressed, we're paying a lot of attention. I know this is me for sure. And then if I'm sitting here like this, just having a conversation with you, now I'm in something called just beta. So I'm an active conversation, I'm alert and paying attention. Well, we want to move our brain waves from definitely out of high beta, because that's like a stress level. And we spend most of our days like that. And that's not where we're supposed to spend our days. So we want to move from beta, high beta to alpha to delta, and then, to theta, then to delta. And as you move through theta and delta, you're going from the consciousness, being conscious and aware, to your subconscious operating system. And when you're in your subconscious operating system, this is where you can actually change habits, heal emotional scars, change behaviors, and mentally rehearse who you actually want to be, what you actually want to do, create the life in your brain first, because this is where we create everything from. And we can create and see the vision of who we want to be and how we want to be and what we want our life to look like. And I did that regularly before we moved into this house. There was a period of time where we actually didn't think that we were going to move in here. And I would do this mental rehearsal every day. And I would see myself looking across the kitchen, across into the living room, out the backyard. I'd see who was in the home. I would see how it was decorated. I would feel how I would feel being here. And one of the places I got to in that process was this home or something better. What I wanted was the feeling that this home would bring me. So you also have to bring that emotion into it. But I like it too, because he also shows you how you need to show up every day. So it's like getting rid of behaviors, habits, emotions, and feelings that aren't serving you through this process, but also bringing in and filling that void with practicing who you actually want to be, how you want to show up, and how you want to perform, and all of that kind of thing. So this is where you create your life, your reality, and your future in this generous present moment. This is also where the supernatural and the metaphysical can happen as well. And it's a pretty phenomenal place to be. Now, meditation is a practice. And even today, like, I have better days than other days, but they're all perfect. Just know that. It doesn't matter how quote unquote good it is, or what levels you go to. Your goal to begin with is just to bring the mind back to the present. And if you need to close your eyes and preferably cover them up, you need to regulate your breathing and slow everything down. And there's also a level deeper where you actually change your physiology through your breathing, which I'm not going to discuss a whole lot, but it's a whole nother level that's really cool. And you want to block out the noises, anything coming in sensory, and you bring yourself to present. So you stop thinking and processing and figuring out and planning. You take all that away, and all the extra sensories go away. And then you come into the here and now. And this is where you create from. And you do this every day anyway. So you may think you don't know how to do it, but you do it every time you fall asleep and every time you wake up. The goal with this is to actually find your place to your body is asleep, but your mind is awake. And again, it's a practice. So when I first started meditating, I did little like 5 minutes of breathing, just getting centered. And then I expanded that over time. But I've moved to using mostly guided meditations that Dr. Joe Dispenza does. And there are plenty that you can find. There are some that you can buy. I will link all of his stuff down below, his website, a couple of my favorite books, some meditations, everything. But I just implore that you start somewhere and build your way up from there and become regular at it. The effects are so worthwhile. When we decided that we were going to take our business to another level, it became non-negotiable for me to meditate at least once a day. Dr. Joe Dispenza actually suggests morning and night, that going for sure during that falling asleep and waking up periods, because that's when you're the most closest to that place. And so sometimes if I wake up earlier, I'll just go ahead and meditate. And sometimes I'll sit all the way up and sometimes I'll let myself fall back asleep. It just really depends, but I'm still practicing and working it. And then there are other times where I just do a full on present meditation. I just try to do at least one every single day. So there you go. That's meditation from my perspective and how I like to practice meditation and how I get the most benefit. And I guess I'm kind of like somebody who wants to have an outcome, which is why I just don't like to just breathe and just hang out there, which is also a really good place to be. Sometimes I do that in the bathtub. I'll just put my AirPods on and listen. And in those cases, I'll use some kind of frequency, like a brainwave frequency or an ohm or something like that, that actually helps your brain get into that place as well, and just breathe my way into quieting my mind and my body. So I kind of do all kinds of different ways, but the main way I do practice meditation is through guided meditations from Dr. Joe. So anyway, I hope this helps you. Thank you for being here. Please, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell down below and the like button so I know that you like this. And tell me, do you already practice meditation? What kind of meditation do you practice? Drop that down below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. See you soon. Bye.